two cameras. Oh, I've got two pairs of glasses as well. So it's been quite the 24 hours actually. Welcome. So I've actually been having some extremely interesting conversations with some friends of mine in Australia about the coronavirus and the chanting that we've been doing, and we're looking at how we can up the chanting because it really is sound medicine. For those of you who are just tuning in for the first time, I'm Yasmin, hopefully you know that, Yasmin Boland, and I'm doing a daily online session for as long as we're all in lockdown, with the aim of, as I keep saying, to help you if I can help you, and also to get me dressed, you know, get me out of bed, get me dressed, get me out of my pajamas, because otherwise I'm quite happy to live in my pajamas. I'm an astrologer, I'm a moonologer, and I'm an author, and that's me. So I'll tell you who else is an author, and this is such a timely book that I wanted to mention this today because it's what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to be talking about sound medicine and chanting. I'm also going to be talking about the fact that the planet Saturn has changed signs today and what that means. And we'll do some actual chanting. And I'm also going to do a card for everyone as well, which I like to do every day. So let me just start by telling you, well, actually, let me just start by ringing a bell, okay? Now, why would I do that? Because ringing a bell is sound medicine, okay? I just want to introduce you to the concept of sound medicine. And what sound medicine does is it introduces an extremely high vibration. Now, this is a bell that I was lucky enough to buy in India at the ashram where I've been going to for, well, about 15 years now, on and off. I don't go every month. I don't even go every year necessarily. But it's always in my heart. It's the Sri Narayani Peetham. And so I bought this bell there, and I just want you to listen to it, okay? Close your eyes, especially if you've got earbuds on. So I hope I didn't just deafen you if you've got earbuds on, but hopefully you can just feel how that raises our vibration. So one initiative that's come out of Sri Narayani Peetham and the teacher, my spiritual teacher in India, Narayani Amma, has been to do this chanting, which we've been doing for the past few days. If you've been tuning in, you will have done this with me, hopefully. And I had a really interesting conversation with a girlfriend of mine in Australia, hello Kelly, I love you, about the whole thing about chanting in a time of coronavirus. Now, the reason that I found this conversation so interesting is because one thing we are taught on the spiritual path is to surrender to the divine. And for someone who's quite headstrong, as I am, I actually feel like I do have moments, even if it's just a moment, but I have moments where I really do surrender to the divine. And I kind of understand the concept of surrendering to the divine. And if you know what I do, you know, every month at full moon, we do surrender. We do surrender to the divine. And so I had this conversation with Kelly. She was leading a chant last night, which was beautiful. And afterwards I said, the one thing that perplexes me is that, you know, on the one hand we're doing this chant, and I'll just show the words here. So it's Om Kreem, which is the beach sound for the goddess Kali, who's the destroyer goddess. Om Kreem Maha Kali, Mother Kali. Sarva Rogam. Sarva means all. Rogam means disease. Nasi Nasi, destroy, destroy. So basically we are asking Kali, or as Kelly put it, we are instructing Kali to destroy all diseases, okay? Now, we chanted this last night. It was amazing. We'll do some in a minute if you want to. I hope you'll stick around for it. I'll do it at the end of today's little message to the world. And I said to Kelly afterwards, the one thing that doesn't really make sense to me here is that on the one hand, we're kind of, you know, telling Kali, go out. You know, she's a very scary looking goddess. You know, she's really dark skinned because Kelly was telling me she's absorbed all the impurities of the world. That's why she gets her colour like that. And on the one hand, we're telling Kali to go out and destroy all illness, and on the other hand, we're surrendered to the divine. So how do they go with each other? You know, like destroy doesn't feel like surrender. And Kelly explained it to me in the most magnificent way that even an adult like me could understand, which is, she said, it's like if someone is unwell, okay, and you surrender the situation to the divine. You know, let's just talk about my dad, because my dad passed away, you know, about 14 years ago now, and we surrendered that to the divine. But as much as we surrendered, and we said, you know, divine, beloved, beloved divine, we give you this situation with my dad, and we surrendered it. At the same time, we got him treatment. We gave him all the medicine that medicine had to offer, and in fact, for many years, the medicine worked. And then eventually, it beat him, and he passed away at the age of 72. But just because we surrender doesn't mean we give up, which, I mean, I know that. I think it was the word, the idea of destruction versus surrender that I was wrestling with. And I really liked Kelly's analogy, which is that we surrender this situation that we're all in to the divine. We give over this situation to the divine, and we ask, what are we learning? You know, what do we need to learn from this situation we're going through? But then at the same time, we give treatment, we offer medicine, and we offer it in the form of sound medicine, which is chanting and mantra. And in fact, the last couple of times we've done this, I've kind of been singing the chant, and Kelly explained to me last night, we don't really want to sing it, we want to chant it the way the Vedic priests and my teacher in India, Narayani Amma, the way they chant it. So it's going to be a little change. And it did remind me of this book, which I really wanted to share with you. And I literally just thought of this 2 minutes before I started this broadcast. This is not some kind of secret plug, although it is a plug, but it's like, hopefully you'll consider it a public service announcement. So this book, if you can see, it's called Sound Medicine. And it's written by a woman called Dr. Kulreet Chowdhury, who was trained. She's from she's, I think you say Indian extraction, or hopefully that's not politically incorrect to say these days. But, you know, her family was Indian, and but she grew up in California. And I'll just put it there so you can see it. You can see the title, Sound Medicine. And she trained as a doctor, as a Western doctor, just like a regular doctor that we have in the West here. And she did that, and she was doing really well. And then something happened. She tells the story in her other book called The Prime. There we go. I've got someone calling me because I'm running over time, and I said to call me now. But anyway, so Kulreet trained, and then she retrained as an Ayurvedic doctor, cut a long story short. And she is trained in Western medicine and in Ayurvedic medicine. And this book is about sound medicine. And I'm going to cut it short now because I don't want to go too long. And I haven't read this book yet, but maybe we can read it together because who knows how long we've got of lockdown. So if you're interested, grab a copy. It's on Amazon. I've never met Kulreet. I was going to meet her in a couple of weeks because she was coming to London. But I'm guessing that's been cancelled now because of the virus. She was on a tour with the book. All right, so because I have to get a wriggle on, because I've gone over, I'm going to start by, I'm going to do a card for everybody. Actually, let's do the chanting first because that'll get us in the zone, okay? And I'm working with some friends in India to actually do a more formalized chant every day, which we'll either do here on Facebook at the end of these sessions or we'll do on a separate Zoom call. But I'm going to just do this 3 times and I'm going to ask you to join me. So here we go. Close your eyes and just breathe. Just breathe. Darling, come in because we're about to chant. My husband's come in to help me. He comes in to help me turn off all these cameras we've got. Darling, you can join us in the chant. It's his dream come true. Om Kreem Maha Kali Sarva Rogam Nasi Nasi. Om Kreem Maha Kali Sarva Rogam Nasi Nasi. Om Kreem Maha Kali Sarva Rogam Nasi Nasi. You can hear it's quite a different vibe to the singing version I've been doing, and I might still need which I'll get in the next few days hopefully, and I'll keep you up to date. I'm Aquarius yet, I'm really sorry. Let me just say, if you read your daily stars on my website, yasminboland.com, it'll tell you how it's affecting you. Read your rising sign. Read your rising sign, okay? But Saturn is the planet of karma. Aquarius is the sign associated with humanity. So guess what? There's karma for humanity, okay? And as I keep saying, I am not vegetarian. I kind of want to be in my heart. I want to be a vegetarian, and I blame my poor beloved husband who's right here because he's a Frenchman and he's a carnivore, so is my son. And it's very hard for me to stay on the vegetarian path. Plus, it doesn't really seem to suit my... I mean, it's a long story, but when I've done it, I've had issues. But I do feel that there are lessons coming through about the fact of eating the animals the way we're eating them or farming them. I feel like that's some of the karma that the world is experiencing right now. Saturn into Aquarius is going to show us discipline. It's going to isolate us. It's going to be lonely, but it's also going to make us stronger and more resilient. And in the end, hopefully, it will help us come together in a really cohesive way, the likes of which we've never seen on this planet. Okay, and if you want to read how it's affecting you personally, it's in the daily horoscopes today, yasminboland.com. All right, I've got to go. I'm going to have one card. Let's just ask for a card for general guidance for everybody who's watching this. A card, please, divine. Actually, I'm getting a message. I'm getting a message not to use my cards. I'm going to use some cards I haven't used for a very long time. The Goddess Guidance cards. So here we go. Are you ready? Haven't used these for a year or two. Here we go. Okay, card for everybody who's watching this live and everybody who watches the rebroadcast. Wow, amazing. Wow, this is a really powerful message for everybody, especially when we've been talking about sound medicine. You are here and watching this for a reason, my friends. Don't know if you can read that.
No, it's reverse.
It's the Medicine Woman card. You are a channel for divine healing power. Okay? If you're watching this, you're watching it for a reason. You are a channel for divine healing power. So channel that energy through when the world needs it so badly right now. All right, my beautiful Facebook and Instagram family, thank you so much for being here. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. And I'm sending you loads and loads of love. See you later.